Okay, I may turn these weekly vlogs into monthly vlogs, so I'm going to mention that here just in case that happens. However, the session has just been completed here. Again, another Friday, sharpening the iron. Got tons of work in on the bar, really understanding that much more hips and triceps need to be activated. Great shapes on the trampoline. Then working on the round off without hands on the tumble track at the end. A lot of conditioning. We got some ab work today. I am sweating. Even the rope was absolutely phenomenal. Exercises that need to be done. It felt good to go up, pull myself up, and then to control take myself down, which showcases that there's strength lacking in the very fundamentals. I should be able to go up that rope, down and up 10 times in a row, not having to take breaks in between, only doing 5. So how much strength is lacking? An extreme amount. So I'm going to keep working hard every day. Let's go. I'll see you next week to see how much progress I'm making and what it's looking like. Let's go. Okay, that is another week here at Bay Area Gymnastics completed. Today was phenomenal. I got on the bar and I worked on some routines, which was the first time I was able to spin around the bar, which was quite fascinating and very fun. However, very challenging on the strength aspect. So for it to be fun and very challenging was a phenomenal feeling for me, because now I get to have fun and progress rapidly. I got onto the bar. I was much stronger on the bar this time, just with overall strength being increased, but the confidence as well from being on the lower bars, playing around. I got on to the rope for continuous strength, even to the point where I was kind of burnt out from the bar, so I couldn't even get all the way up to the top of the rope each time. However, I did do the ropes for conditioning today. Then I worked on the floor, really working on my dive roll. I want to work on my awareness in the air, so that first comes with falling. I did a couple reps, some back handsprings and some back tucks. What I did notate from one of the friends that was on the floor with me, my hands need to be straighter throughout my entire routine to keep my momentum strong and in the shoulders instead of in the elbows. So a lot of good cues learned today, and that comes from being here. 1, to see what you need to work on, and 2, to work on what you need to work on. So that's why I'm here every Friday. We don't miss a day. We're continuously progressing ourselves. Let's go. See you next week for my progress and what it looks like. Let's go. Okay, today was a phenomenal class here. Bay Area Gymnastics. So many faces today to feed off each other's energy. That is the best way to grow. When you see someone else growing and then motivating you, I was telling even Jossie and the other individuals here, you can't see yourself. So having someone there to help guide you, motivate you is always a plus. Regardless, you still have to make the proper decisions to get here in the first place. Got some bar work in. First time I put my feet on it, bar. First time swinging from the smaller bar to the higher bar, which was a phenomenal feeling. I did end up ripping, which is just progress in itself. So that can become a calluses and it can be stronger. So I wanted to worry about ripping. Had to end my bar session early specifically because of that. And then we got a lot of cardios. We got some shape works on the trampoline. Then we had a lot of conditioning, which was great. I got on the rope. I did some conditioning on the floor. My wrist isn't 100%, so that emphasized me to put more focus on conditioning, which is what I need to work on. My shapes, which is really all gymnastics is, strength and being able to hold proper shapes. Even with the rip, I was able to get up the rope 5 times, which was a phenomenal feeling. I love this rope. I want to make sure I at least do 5 and go up from there. Then ending on the tumble track, really working on things without my wrist. Confidence, reps. I'm absolutely loving this practice, this meditation every Friday. You know. See you next week to see how much progress we're continuously making, baby. Okay, that wraps up the month here at Bay Area Gymnastics. Today was a phenomenal class, really working on the bar. Practice within the bar is getting to the point of having so much fun that my capacity to withhold that fun is lacking physically. I'm excited to go again, but my body genuinely cannot perform the action because of lack of strength. This is exactly why you come here and you put in thousands and thousands and thousands of reps. But I'm so happy to be happy to do what it is I'm doing here, learning how to work the body functionality properly in so many different ways. I kept the conditioning going pretty much the entire class. I went up the rope, worked on some abs, and I didn't get on the floor primarily because my wrist isn't exactly where I want it to be putting extensive weight with the back handsprings or falling if I didn't land a back tuck properly. However, this month has been phenomenal. So much progress has been made in just a month, once a week. It means 4 classes, and I'm already on the bar set rather than just the strap on bar, playing around, jumping from bar to bar. And just how many weeks ago I wasn't even on the bar at all, and how many more months ago was I even able to do a giant? This is so mind-blowing that you can make so much progress with just a little bit of strong intent and dedication. That's why you can become anyone or anything you can dream of if you just are willing to put in the work. It is as simple as that. I hope to see you here or wherever you want to be, picking up a book, doing yoga, meditating, simply just taking a breath and letting all anxiety and depression go and live your life here, today, and now. Much love, everybody. See you next month.